stands on free in the America first warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Lord God, please watch your son, Charlie Kirk. This is Joe the Box from the America First Warehouse. Johnny Blanket and my friends, we're coming on stage now after this moment of silence for one of the greatest Americans ever to walk the earth. In the name of Jesus. Gentlemen, here we are at the America First Warehouse. When I saw that short video clip of Charlie Kirk, and it went backwards like Benjamin Button went backwards in his life from where he was. And it was a very few weeks ago that I was blessed to see Charlie Kirk at an event up in Westchester, New York. And behind me is the great artist of Free America, Elena Ruzzi. I've created the America First face of Charlie Kirk. And through the power of God, I was there. I saw it. And I usually get an artist, get a patriot to come in, and when they come into the warehouse and sign it. But Charlie didn't come to the warehouse yet. I knew that he was coming. I felt that he was coming. And I got that painting. And here it is. So he is here. He's here with God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus. What a place, the America First Warehouse. Thank you for coming. To my far left is great funny man, Freddie Robino. Then a new friend of the warehouse, Todd Collins, who served our country, Go Army. He was with us Friday night when we had our dedication to Charlie Kirk on Friday night. Thank you for that. Thank you for our freedom, and thank you for coming here and being part of the America First Warehouse. On the right side of me is KDJ. KDJ is opening eyes like Charlie Kirk did, and he's doing it in only the way that he can. And the far right is Johnny Blanket, my brother, my best friend. You didn't wear a white shirt like your mother told you, John. You should try and listen to your mom once in a while. So Charlie Kirk was pretty heavy, Johnny, wasn't it?
Yeah, Charlie Kirk was emotional for me. I have lost a son 10 years ago. The pain was unbearable. It's still to this day. And he opened up new wounds again that I really am hurting really bad. Charlie Kirk was awesome. But I will tell you something good, though. I'm blessed to have my mom around. So I see her every morning and have coffee with her. And she had her phone out. And she never knew who Charlie Kirk was. But she was so amazed on the things that he said and how she felt about God and our country. Blew her mind. A person that never knew who Charlie Kirk was, now he's in her life. And she listens to his stories, and when he talks and all the things that he said that made him the great patriot that he is.
KDJ, you loved Charlie Kirk like we did, and you loved the message that he did. It's pretty tough on you too, my friend, right?
It's brutal. I mean, every day there's that choke-up moment, maybe 2, maybe 3, and then the anger comes out. I've been clown-slapping communist comedians on Facebook and saying, well, he was such a racist. And I said, I'll give you $1,000 if you can point out one thing he said that was racist. And if you can't, you get off of Facebook forever. And no one has taken me up on it yet. Because he said, no, I mean, don't get me wrong, no one should die. If you're the biggest racist on the planet, you shouldn't be shot for it. I mean, unless you get to say what you want. If there's a Nazi on my street, I want to know. Speak up, idiot, so I know you're there. But to say, well, he said these things, so we had to kill him. Things he never even said, and they killed him anyway.
I see around the country a lot of events are being canceled, and people aren't. I know that the rally's going to be around. Freddie, do you? It's affected you pretty good too. I mean, I would imagine, right? I mean,
Well, the basis of comedy is free speech, so that's what we base all our comedy on: free speech. If we want to say something, we could say it, and this was a huge blow to our society as a whole. And at first, this week I grieved. Now I'm angry. I'm very, very angry at what they did. This was not an attack on just a single man. This was an attack on the American way of life. And I don't think it's going to stop. And I think we have to band together and talk about it a lot more, and be ready for what's next. Because if they're coming after him for speaking about things like freedom and Jesus, next they're coming for people who are openly Christian. And it's not going to just be that, oh, he's a right-wing nut. They're violent. They're violent, deranged people, and we have to be ready for it.
my friend Todd Collins is next to me too, and one of the first things we talked about was Jesus. Charlie Kirk was persecuted because of his beliefs. Do you find yourself in any of those situations, Todd? You travel all over the country. You served our nation. You were a medic. You did so many things. How has Charlie Kirk affected you today?
I haven't personally experienced any persecution per se. Everybody has their opinion. I'm pretty vocal on social media. I do a Bible study in the morning on a live stream as well. So my followers in general believe what I believe. But what we've all seen, my wife Julianne and I have two young daughters. They're in their 20s. That entire generation, I didn't even realize until he was assassinated just how much that 19 to 25, 35-year age group had attached to him. And the grief that these children find and the void that they have, I think what they saw, Joe, was hope. They saw hope in the fact that they could be a Christian and not be the outcast anymore.
Kevin.
Can I was at a party on Saturday, and remember that jacket I wore?
With the cross and Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, I'm wearing that, and a woman goes, my two daughters are here. Could you go show them your jacket, please? And the one is, I don't know, let's say 11 and 13. And I went and showed it to them, and they loved it. And I said, you know who Charlie Kirk was? And she goes, all of us knew Charlie Kirk. We loved him. 11 years old, 11, 12 years old. These little girls, just really into Charlie Kirk and what he had to say. So, Todd, you're right. If we can get those 19 to 25-year-olds, that's great. But if we can get those 11-year-olds, that's another generation of liberty.
Absolutely.
You know?
I said that the other night at the memorial last Friday, that if you're a parent right now and you're concerned about what your kid's going through in school, there's all kinds of things with social media and all that impact these kids these days. I think the most important thing is, even I said it, I think 6 or 7 years old, turn your kids on to Charlie Kirk very young. Let them watch some of those old programs that he did. There's thousands of hours of stuff that's there. And teach your children they can stand up for what they believe in. They don't have to go along with what the mainstream is in their school or on the campus.
You know, something I heard through news or through social media, that the Turning Point had a tremendous amount of groups or clubs for Turning Point throughout the colleges in the United States. And since Charlie's passing, the request to open up a Turning Point
chapters.
USA chapter
Yes.
in the colleges 4 or 5 times, it's grown immensely. So there are people that believe in Jesus and know the right way.
And you know what? Raising children, I'm always praying that somehow to turn my children on to. No matter what you say to your kids, hey, go to church. Hey, read this. Hey, do you know what it says in the Bible about this? And they're like, And you pray that somebody comes into their life to bring them the Word of God. And that's what Charlie Kirk was. Charlie Kirk was the answer to a lot of parents' prayers to please reach my children and bring them some truth through the scriptures, through God, and through Jesus. And he did. And I was shocked when my son would come back and say, yeah, Charlie said this. I was like, this was the answer to our prayers. And usually, throughout all of the Old Testament, whenever you get somebody good, somebody rises up to.
Well, he loved to have
erase
that
good.
microphone in front of people that objected to what he had to say. So if you agreed with Charlie, he didn't want to hear that because we all feel the same way, and the majority of us do. But he wanted to confront the bad people that are Satanism and sadistic, crazy, out of their mind. It's a sickness. Transgender is an illness.
Well, they did have two lines, one for the good guys and one for the bad guys on those events. And he did encourage the nasty line to keep
Yeah.
coming up. And he challenged everybody. What I just heard a couple of minutes ago is that he's got 1,800,000 hours of these interviews that educate the people to Jesus Christ. And that's what I believe Charlie Kirk's real goal was. And everything through Jesus Christ is good. There's nothing but good and love. We don't want to hurt you. We're not looking to, beat you up. We never did that. It was the left that was demonic. It was the left that was the George Floyd riots. It was the Democrats that took a shot at Donald Trump. It was the Democrats that tried to impeach him and destroy this country. It was the Democrats. Somebody called them demons. You better believe it. They are demon rats, every single one of them. We'll be back.
Who broke the television?
Can we laugh at that? Sounds a little mean.
As of this week, public gay sex will now be mandatory.
Am I the only one who could see his lips move? Cheekbones, baby.
I'm sorry, maybe I overreacted.
Corporate transfer, fine professional, moving and storage, and inventory management.
Hey, fellow patriots, it's Cindy Gross here, host of Right for America from your favorite place, the America First Warehouse. You've seen me show on my show so many products from this country's #1 most patriotic manufacturer with close to 400 products. You need to exchange the products you use in your house to this company and make your dollars count in our country.
Freddie Rubino here at the America First Warehouse. I'm inviting you to the live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Just click on the QR code right above my shoulder and you can get tickets. Live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Drinks, snacks, it's a great time. We'll see you there October 18th.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
It's me, Joe the Box, the America First Warehouse, most patriotic venue in all the land.
The America First Warehouse, a beacon for all to see, a symbol of unity. For the patriots of America, we stand tall and free. In the America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Yeah, it's the only place in America. The America First Warehouse. That was me on my motorcycle. You know what? I think you filmed that, Johnny, from your bike, didn't you?
I don't know. I have to have two hands when I'm driving my bike. I can't be filming you.
Well, we're back here at the warehouse, and we just can't get Charlie Kirk off our mind. One of the things that I was blown away, and my friend Todd reminded me of this. I saw this morning the Emmys. The Emmys. I'm not sure what the Emmys are. Some kind of awards for the psychopaths in Hollywood. So this one broad wins, right, Todd? And she takes, and at the end of her thing, she goes, "Free Palestine, show Israel, ba ba ba." And then they interview her on the red carpet, and this is the great part. From Palestine TV, they showed her, but they had to blur out her cleavage. They blurred her cleavage as she talked about Free Palestine. What a joke. You got any jokes about that one? Oh, Kevin's got one.
You mean the religion of rape doesn't like cleavage on their TVs? That's amazing. Who would see that?
He pulled it off.
I've had my cleavage blurred out in certain situations.
Tragic.
You're one big beep.
Yeah, I mean, and then, how about the people that are outright loving what happened here? Isn't that? I mean, you talk about anger. Some of these videos that are out there on YouTube is whatever they're doing out there. There was a genuine hate for Jesus Christ and genuine hate for this country. I love what Trump's doing. Isn't there a law now, Todd, if you know anything about this, is the burning of the flag? Don't we have a right to run them over?
I don't know about run them over, but we have a right to stop them, and they could be persecuted for that.
In Florida, you can run them over. So when anybody protests and blocks your car, DeSantis made it legal to run them over.
Yeah, early, though, because we go to sleep really early
Well, I
in
don't want
Florida.
to be driving
So it's like
around and killing somebody. So I thought he was a lefty.
Yeah, before noon, you could run anybody over. Then we take a nap, and that's it. But you know what? Florida always leads. It seems like Florida leads this country in freedom. You know, they lead the country with the freedom to bear arms. You go there in 3 days, you could have a concealed weapon carry. There's a lot of things you could. Now Florida has a law that if somebody's online bullying you, cyber bullying you, that you go to court and they'll drag them in and they'll put a warrant out for their arrest. So Florida leads this country with morality and with freedom, so that if you want to go there and you want to be free, you can. I think a lot of New York could take a real good lesson from Florida.
Also, too, in Florida, from last month till the end of the year, you can purchase ammo and guns and not pay tax on it. Great state.
In New York, you can't buy a bullet without going through a background check. And you know what Kathy Hochul said? She dropped the ball. She said, the good thing about this is now we know who's storing up ammo. That means they're keeping track of your ammo purchases in the great commie state of New York.
The great commie state of New York is brought to you by... I mean, do you know that our governor, Kathy Hochul, just endorsed this Kami Mandani?
Unbelievable.
What do you got, Todd? What do you think about a communist New York City?
I'm here in Long Island for the first time in my life. And by the way, thank you for having us up here. It's been an honor for my wife and I to be able to see what you guys are doing and spend some time up here. The vision that I always had in New York, I've been in Manhattan a couple of times. I was stationed in upstate New York in the Army. And the view I had in New York was it was pretty liberal, a little crazy up here. But here on Long Island, I see flags everywhere. I see patriotic people everywhere, people wearing buttons and hats like Kevin is. And I love the fact that this part of New York is as free as it is and as conservative as it is, and I hope the rest of the state can grab onto that and realize we got something good here. Eyes are being opened.
Yeah, you know what, Todd? There was a time when Long Island was way more blue, but and even though we're close to the city, more red and red and red. And when the election was coming up, and I'd fly my Trump flag from my car, people would honk, beat it, and thumbs up, thumbs up. Didn't happen in 2020. Didn't happen in 2016. It happened this time. And I said, wow, we have gone, consistently red here. And if we can do it this close to New York City, then everyone else can do it. And I think New York City might even vote for Curtis. The middle class will, because the middle class, if you're in the middle class, the communists want you first because you're self-sufficient. They don't need you. And those are the people that are going to suffer.
And this man, Mamdani, he's promising a lot of free stuff. A lot of free stuff, free groceries, free. What's that?
Bus rides.
Well, bus rides are free now in New York because nobody pays. Do you know that the MTA just posted $1 billion they lost last year?
Free rides.
So what's happening is there's large parts of New York where no one pays to get on. So now they're in they owe $1 billion. If he starts to give anything away free, the city goes under immediately. I would say in the first 6 months, if he gets elected, the city goes completely bankrupt. And then you're going to see, I don't think New York can turn around until it hits rock bottom. And we're almost there with this Mamdani.
And the fact that our governor is going to continue to endorse that and endorse that lifestyle. It's really anti-Trump, though. I mean, it's communist and socialism. But Johnny boy, they don't like Donald Trump in New York City, do they?
Anti-Trump is anti-American. So I don't have much for them anymore. I know I don't scream and yell and spit at anybody, but when we're out there in New York City and we're flying our flag, we're flying our eagle on our truck, many people come out of their way to spit towards us or, give us the double barrel and,
I'm sorry, I didn't even know it was you.
it's terrible out there. But I think that New York City, it's all in God's hands. And whatever winds up happening, hopefully we get Sleewell in there and New York City becomes a great place to go and visit and live free and safe. Otherwise, like Freddie said, it's going to hit rock bottom, and they deserve it.
The easiest thing you could do is enforce going on the subway and paying your fare. It's the easiest thing they could do. If they wanted to, they would make sure that everybody pays to get on the bus or on the train. They refuse to do it. What they're doing is they're raising taxes to the middle class. They're putting cameras all over for the working man who drives every day. So all they're doing is they're giving away as much as they can and trying to double or triple tax the middle class working man. And it cannot sustain. It's never sustained. Basic economics tells you that that cannot be sustained. And New York City is well on its way to going bankrupt, maybe in the next 6 months.
Yeah, the problem with socialism is you run out of people that are willing to work because everything's free. So it implodes upon itself. It has to, and it will.
I don't really see it making it too far in here. I mean, I do understand that the America First Warehouse is a dictatorship. And it seems to run okay. But you know what? We're running out of money. And that seems to be all of these states, all of these Democratic-run cities, run states. They don't know how to run a candy shop, let alone, run a state. When they can't control the crime, there's something up with that. I believe if they can't control the crime, they are doing something behind closed doors. Do you believe that, Todd? Do you believe that?
Yeah, I absolutely do. And I think that the racketeering or whatever you want to call it, where the low-level scumbags, I'll just use the word, whether drug dealers or running any other kind of a racket, they have an opportunity to do things without any penalty for it anymore. They can walk into Walmart and steal $1,000 worth of goods in most cities in this country, and they can't even be stopped or prosecuted for it. So when you start enabling that at the lower level, again, the people that don't want to work don't have to anymore. They can just go pick up whatever they want for free. And if the law enforcement isn't either enabled or willing to support and take people down and run them into court, prosecute them, put them in jail, there's no consequences anymore in this country. I think that kind of started with the free trophy in kindergarten.
You mean a participation trophy?
Yeah, participation award.
But hold on a second.
Did you ever get one of those?
I did.
I had a participation trophy wife.
I had a trophy wife. I still do.
Yeah, good for you. You do.
Thank you very much. The participation trophies happened a long time ago. The Huntington Boys Club was a football league, right, Johnny? You got your trophy?
Never forgot what great years in my life back then when I was young playing for the Huntington Boys Club. But I know we didn't always have the best team when we were on it. We might have the best helmets because Dad was in charge of those. Yeah. But when we sat down for those dinners and the teams that won got trophies and we didn't get any trophy, I wasn't mad about it. I wanted one.
You got one of these, Johnny. Didn't you get that little one? Participation trophy. That's what they were doing.
I never made the team. And I was homeschooled, so that's even worse.
Not 12 boys in the family?
No, we had 5 boys, and I still didn't make the team. So, but I could tell you with this, with all of this going on with the crime, It goes back to when Mayor Giuliani, the greatest mayor this country has ever seen, he said one time that out of 10 million New Yorkers, there's about 2,500 people who commit 90% of the crimes.
Yep.
All you have to do is put one police officer on each one of them, and crime goes down 95% in the city. The Civil Liberties Board sued. Everybody came out and says, you cannot do that. Again, crime is easily solved in big cities. We have great police forces. It's when the mayors and the governors collude to keep inner cities killing fields and drug-infested hellholes. That's their plan.
The destruction of our big blue toilet towns is completely intentional, folks. Remember, Yuri Bezmenov, the Soviet defector, he was a big propaganda guy. He said, here's our plan. Number one, demoralize you people, make you hate your own country. Number two, destabilize. That's what we're in now. Crime running rampant and chaos. That's a big part of their plan. There's no way that all of these big cities happen to be toilets. And there's no way this is an accident. And they've all been run by Democrats since at least the 60s. 1908 was the last Republican mayor in Milwaukee, and the destruction is intentional. They want the chaos.
And it's so obvious. All right, so here we are. You got President Trump really cleaning up Washington, D.C. I can tell you that firsthand. I was down there when the crackdown started, and all the little camps are gone. I love that he got that one Chinese one that apparently was there for, I don't know how many years. They had a Chinese little blue tent out there, Fred. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, but he didn't leave because he became disorientated. So that's why the...
Regardless, here it is. We're done here for this next segment. We'll be back right after this.
Corrupt judges, broken families, families torn apart. This isn't justice. If you've been wronged by the system, join us. Don't stand alone. Hi, I'm Gary Jacobs, president of Americans for Legal Reform. We're the oldest legal reform group in the United States. The justice system in the United States should be transparent, fair, and open to everybody and accessible. Unfortunately, many times that's not the case. At Americans for Legal Reform, we are here to help. Join the movement. Visit AmericansForLegalReform.com and help reform the system before it fails you.
My name is Elena Ruseva, aka Megalangela. Please check my art at www.megalangela.vip.
The America First Warehouse Ultra MAGA Store for all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Warehouse Ultra MAGA Store.
The Queens Village Republican Club is America's oldest Republican club, founded in 1875. Situated in President Trump's hometown in Queens, New York, we are America First MAGA Republicans, empowering fellow Republicans to get involved in the game of politics at the grassroots level. We host inspiring monthly club meetings on the first Thursday of each month at 8 p.m. For more information, please go to our website at www.qvgop.org.
It's Tuesday here at the America First Warehouse. I am Joe the Box.
And I'm John the Blanket.
Freddie Rubino here with my podcast. That's what I'm talking about. Coming to you live from the most patriotic venue in the land.
Welcome to Right for America.
I'm James Justice. We got Stephen Ruth over here. What are we doing, Steve? Fighting!
Welcome to Tune In Tuesday of the Patriots Podcast, live streaming every Tuesday night at 7:30.
Another edition of On the Right Side here, and you can catch us weekly, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
And welcome to Liberty's Cage, where we rip the veil off America's broken justice system. Prisons that crush spirits and a society that shuns people who have paid their price.
Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kevin Downey Jr. podcast. Be free, stay free.
Welcome to Suffocating in Suburbia with me, your host, Stevie GB.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
And we're on. We're on again. We're on again. We're off again. We're on again. We're on again. I'm here with my friends here at the America First Warehouse, the America First Podcast, at the most patriotic venue in all the land. We are blessed here every day when we come in. I feel the power and the protection of Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit. And what I really loved, Kevin Downey Jr., you had said something to me a little earlier. There might have been a rumor about all the people in the warehouse on Friday night. Do you remember that rumor?
I do. I heard a rumor that there were roughly no fewer than 70 people legally packing guns. And, well, that would count the cops, too. There were a handful of officers. But I heard a rumor that no fewer than 70 people had guns on them.
Well, I'm going to put an end to the rumor. First of all, this is an open carry warehouse. So if you feel the need to carry, we welcome it because that's an American right. Right, Johnny boy?
Yes.
And we do encourage that. We did have Suffolk County Police brought to our attention. They came here. We were all set for the Steve Bannon Rebels, Rogues, and Outlaws tour. We were so excited about it. Then they assassinated the great Charlie Kirk, and they sent everything in a tizzy. Steve Bannon and a team went out to Arizona, Utah, to pay respect to their friend, my good friends at Real America Voice that come to the office every Friday night come to the warehouse with Studio 6B. The owners have many events here at the warehouse, and we're proud and happy to have them. But I do know for certain that it is probably more secure than the Sound Money Wallet Vault. I'm not sure about that one. We'll have to talk about that a little later. Or even Fort Knox. Safe and secure here at the warehouse. You never have to worry about that. That's my promise. That's my commitment. This is America First, God-loving people. We're peaceful. Yeah, and I do encourage that over here. There's a quick video I want to share. It kind of brings us back to what this whole thing was talking about, what they did to Charlie Kirk. Apparently, they don't believe that they are responsible. These are the demons. Do you have that one video? Play that asset. The only one I'm going to show left.
Corrupt judges, broken families.
I want you to stay angry.
That maybe Donald Trump will go away. Maybe he'll go to jail. Maybe he will die.
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
I will go and take Trump out.
He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
Although I will say this, the last few days you woke up thinking there might be news. Just saying.
Violence doesn't come from Democrats, just to be clear. It is MAGA. It's specifically MAGA faction.
Biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized up to the right.
What? I can't believe that. It's not the left. It's not the right. We are peaceful, loving people. That's how we are. It's what they are over there. And I hate to show that stuff. I hate to show it because it only encouraged them, right? Do you feel like we encourage them, John, when we show that?
Makes me nauseous when I see that. I try not to. Unfortunately, our side of the news sometimes shows that to expose them. They're evil, demonic, and bad people. Donald Trump is a blessing to our country, and thank you, Jesus, for making him okay to be here with us.
Kevin, you believe some of those comments? I mean...
You know what? Here's what they got to do. They have to demonize us, then dehumanize us, then it's okay for them to kill us. And there will come a point where it's not just going to be okay, it's going to be their duty. There's one, get them. Those are the guys right there. Look at that hat. This is what this whole thing is about. Get the people so scared and angry that they start killing us.
Boy, they just went out and they figured out a way really to scare us into not going anyplace, Todd. Are you afraid to go outside now?
I do not have any fear of going outside personally. I know God is my Lord and Savior, and when my day is my day, I'm going to heaven. In the interim, I carry a weapon when I need to carry a weapon. And I believe that the general people out there in America, Joe, are afraid. There's a lot of fear out there. And we were just talking on the break, as I scroll through social media, it doesn't matter what platform I'm on, I'm seeing the fear, I'm seeing the hate. It's overwhelming. And I find myself getting locked into that, Joe. And so what we were just talking about is we both had to kind of shut our social media off, just set our phones down, and remember that we have a Lord above that we need to be dialed into, that we have wives and husbands, that we have children and close friends and family, and that's where we need to be pouring our energy right now into helping them feel secure, and that starts with being secure in their faith.
I don't want anybody to be afraid. I was never afraid in my entire life. I mean, sure, there was situations in the city. There were some bad areas, and you knew you was in a tough town or or a tough spot. But I always managed to stay away and not really get involved. It's much more prevalent, I think, out there now. Freddie, you used to lose jobs over your belief that America was free, did you not?
Of course. A lot of right-wing comedians have lost gigs. I'm sure Kevin has lost a lot. I've lost. Gino's lost. And you know what? It's our freedom of speech. It's our art. It's our craft. And we will pursue it. And but when you look at where this hate's coming from, especially Hollywood, these people are garbage people. And all they do is spew hate. Unless it's towards them. Then it's like, why can't we all be peaceful? Why can't they all live in compounds surrounded by walls and gates and armed guards and security guards? So these people, especially Don Lemon is a radical homosexual. He's married to a white guy, and yet he's out there saying white men are the most evil things in the world, which I could see if you're married to somebody, you'd think that's the most evil. But somebody like these people are garbage people, yet there's no repercussions. If you could go out as under the guise of being a news reporter and then say horrific things like, I hope he's dead and I hope he dies, and there's no FCC backlash to it, then we need a new FCC. Things like that should not happen on the news.
Yeah, we need to change a lot of things. How these politicians are in a position of power can spew the stuff that they say that instigates it and causes stuff like this. How can that be? What are we doing about it? Isn't Kari Lake involved in it? Or didn't I hear another lawsuit from Trump against the New York Times for $15 million? More defamation. They're spilling it all over the place, and people that don't know any better believe it.
Well, I think, yeah. I mean, absolutely. These days, the money, though, Johnny, for all of these people, and the money was really coming from us and our taxes. Kari Lake is responsible for the new Voice of America. Voice of America has been around for a long time, but she is going to control it. And what she did is they defunded NPR and the other PBS. And I don't think I've ever watched either one of them. I do recall Sesame Street was on PBS when I was a young boy, and they used to always beg for money. So I assumed that they were being funded by the private side, but now I find it was hundreds of millions of dollars to spew the fake news and lies. And that's why these kids are out there doing and saying what they're doing. To hate the country every day. I went to school as a young man, and the first thing we did, we put our hand on our heart, we stood, and we said the Pledge of Allegiance. Then one day, some Muslim boy came to school, and he didn't have to stand up. Well, after we beat him up a couple times on the playground, he decided that it was a good idea to stand up. Where is that? Where is the unity? Do you think we'll ever get that, Todd?
Man, I don't know, Joe. There's so much hate out there right now, and it seems like even the events of last week with Charlie's death or assassination, that this country has divided even more. And I'll tell you what, from a biblical standpoint, we're watching, I believe, a spiritual warfare go on here. And the more that the Christians stand up, the more the left side, the radical people anyway, they're going to stand up and they're going to become more violent, like Kevin said. They've basically started down the path of telling us who we are, demoralizing us, dehumanizing us. I can't say that word. And they've done everything they need to do to make us look like a worthless group of people. We don't even have value to that entire culture anymore. So yeah, there's a lot of hate out there, and it is a terrifying thing that they're allowed to continue to keep doing what they're doing and ratchet it up without any repercussions.
And Charlie Kirk was pro-family, and there's one thing that scares them the most is someone who's pro-family. So they went after him. You have a closet homosexual like Tim Waltz coming out with his flamboyant hand gestures saying, oh, I hope Trump dies. He's another anti-family. He tries to tell you that men could have babies. I mean, and then people look at it and they believe him. And they believe that we are, the right is the violent side. So what they like to do is spread lies. But when they saw someone who was advocating the family and not trans rights and gay rights and baby mama rights and no father in the house, that's when they really pushed back and said, hey, this cannot be. We finally tried to destroy the American family. This guy's trying to bring it back. And that's one of the biggest steps that we took, Charlie took for us all, is to try and bring back the family. And it terrorizes them that a family is back together.
Yep, communism hates the nuclear family, folks. Two things communism hates: nuclear family and Christianity. They know they can't beat those two. That's why they spent years saying, hey, divorce is cool. They look at the 45 goals of communism. It's in there. Push degeneracy, normalize degeneracy, and promote easy divorce, because they don't want nuclear families. Look at the 45 goals of communism. You can Google them right now. Half of them are antiquated. Look at the others, and you'll see what they've done. Take over Hollywood. And we just saw that nut job getting an award and going, F ICE and free Palestine. Well, Palestine's been free. They just... They hired Hamas.
Yeah, I can't imagine the homosexuals, how well they would do over there in Palestine. That's why I'm a little surprised how they constantly protest that. Listen, we got 10 seconds left. We're going to come back with the last segment, and we don't want to cry and whine about anything. What we want to come back with is give you solutions on how we, the American people, can get past this.
The America First Ultra MAGA Store. For all your MAGA needs. We sell t-shirts, tumblers, flags, hats, sneakers, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. The most patriotic America First retail store. The America First Ultra MAGA Store.
Good morning. It's me, Joe the Box, wearing my Border 911 hat signed by Tom Holman, Rodney Scott, and Sarah Carter. The country has had enough. The American Horror Story is over. Border 911. Tom Holman is coming through. My brother's son, my friends' children. We're done with it. 100,000 were lost lives every single year. God bless you, Tom.
Are you a musician, comedian, actor, filmmaker, or artist who stands for traditional American values? Do you believe in the preservation of our nation, our culture, and our freedoms? If you share our passion for America and want to use your talents to make a difference, we want to hear from you. Our mission is clear. Through the arts, we uphold the principles of freedom, faith, family, and the American spirit. It's time to step up to the mic and make your voices heard. So contact us at AmericanConservativeArtists.com.
Freddie Rubino here at the America First Warehouse. I'm inviting you to the live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Just click on the QR code right above my shoulder and you can get tickets. Live taping of the Not So Newlywed Show. Drinks, snacks, it's a great time. We'll see you there October 18th.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
First Warehouse was really the most patriotic venue that you can ever imagine. We wanted to build something for people to be able to come to and feel so comfortable and so relaxed, because there is nothing out there like it. We give an opportunity for people to really feel good about themselves and about this great country.
The America First Warehouse, where our hearts will always be.
Where our hearts will always be. Uh-oh. What happened there, Patriots? Anyway, Joe the Box, here I am back at the America First Warehouse, the most patriotic venue in all the land. Right, Todd?
Yes, sir.
Ha ha. Don't call me sir. Hey, we have been complaining. We've been talking about the bad side. We've been bringing up, all the evil and ugliness that's going down. But we are righteous and good in what we do. And one of the things we're doing here at the America First Warehouse to give you the right to come and speak and to see what's happening, American freedoms every single day here at the warehouse. To the right of me, my friend Kevin Downey Jr. Has no fear as he talks about freedom of speech every day on his radio show when he comes here and does his snarky podcast here. Right, Kev?
Yeah, and I'm disappointed, Joe, because the communists came out with their hit list. It's Joe Rogan, J.K. Rowling, Matt Walsh. I didn't make it, so apparently I'm not hurting them enough. I have resolved that when I die, they will hate me so much that they celebrate. I'm going to hurt them that badly, politically speaking.
Well, you're always on our list.
I think that's a great way to look at it. I like to be on their list, too. I don't want to be their friends. I want nothing to do with them. But I am going to continue to push the truth. And also, I'm going to jump to my friend Todd Collins in a couple of seconds here. Todd is a friend of ours, a friend of the warehouse. And I brought him in, and he came up to see us at the warehouse because I want the ability to protect myself. My wife and I are heavily with our savings and our retirements, but we had no metal. We had no precious metal. And when I spoke to Todd briefly about what he was doing and how he was able to bring fractional gold and silver to me, I was very interested to hear how it was done. So I asked him to come in and help me get started with it. And I want to help with my voice in the wilderness. And I also now have an opportunity to possibly help every American have the ability to hold gold and silver. And we'll ask everybody around here too, Todd, if they have it or not. But tell us what is going on and why is it important for Americans to consider this option?
Thank you. So you make a good point. A lot of people have no idea how to acquire gold and silver. There's a lot of problems with the market that's always been out there. You don't know where to buy it. You don't know how to sell it. You don't know how to store it. You don't know how to insure it. If you did have a place to buy it, what would you buy? There's so many different options out there. And a lot of people are terrified because a lot of scams have happened. And so a company that I found about 4 years ago offered me an opportunity to get a membership that solved all those problems. It allows me to buy fractional gold and silver, which for your audience that don't know what that term means, an ounce of gold right now is about $4,000. If you don't have $4,000, but you want to have some gold, and you should, and we'll get to the reasons why in the next part of this, if you want to buy fractionally, you can at the company that we work with. And we've partnered with Joe. He became a member with us in our team. And my entire team is here to represent and help Joe with this mission that he has to help every American find a way to put gold and silver in their pocket. Well, if you don't have $4,000, you can't go buy an ounce of gold anywhere. But with our company, if you have $1, and that fits just about everybody's budget, you can buy $1 worth of gold today, another $1 tomorrow or next week or next month in any increment. There's no minimums and there's no maximums. And that allows everybody the opportunity to put some of it into their own sound money account.
Well, I got to tell you, it's not easy because when I see all these big companies out there, and I looked at how you presented it to me, how the value of $1 20 years ago versus the value of $1 today, and it's almost crazy, to look at that difference. Why did it change so much?
Good question. Back in 1913, if there was a dollar printed in the United States, there had to be a dollar's worth of gold in the reserve for them to print that. So every single dollar that was printed was backed by gold. We were a gold-backed economy. In 1913, they established the non-monetary system. It's fiat dollars. They took the gold standard away, and in 1973 they took the gold standard away. Nixon did, correct? 71, I'll correct myself there. And when they took us off of the gold standard, then we had fiat dollars. So the dollars that we're carrying around are only as good as the good faith of the government. Okay? So the other problem that happened is back in 1913 when we established the Federal Reserve and we were gold-backed, every year since then we've had a problem with inflation. And as inflation has continued to go up, the value of our dollar has continued to go down. And then during the COVID crisis, our government printed trillions of dollars for COVID relief, stimulus checks, sent money to wherever for all the issues that were going on during COVID. So they flooded our economy with dollars that made all of our dollars worth less. So the only way to actually beat that is to have gold and silver in your portfolio, because over the course of time, like you just said, gold and silver have held and their value have never gone to zero in the history of time. So back to what you said, Joe, in 1965, $1 would also buy you 1 ounce of silver. They were interchangeable. Today, $1 will buy you about $40 in spot price in silver. So you can see that silver has gone up greatly in value. So if you were holding that $1 in silver from 1965 to today, you'd have $40. But if you held that dollar during that same period of time, what do you got today?
Less. $1.
You don't got the purchasing power of a dollar in 1965, right?
Yeah.
You could buy a gallon of milk in 1965 for $1. What can you get with $1 today? Coffee creamer or two. Gallon of milk's $4 or $5. So the value of gold and silver has beat inflation year over year over year. And every American, when they understand that, it becomes very clear that they need to make a shift in how they're handling their personal wealth strategy.
100%. That's exactly why I am interested in this. And I do have another question too, because before we leave, I want to give every American the opportunity to connect with Todd and his team to get in the position that I am, because I'm on a auto saver. I'm getting started with this because I have zero in my portfolio. And I looked at, when I saw that chart on how the dollar just got so weak, my question to you is that why is the government doing this to us?
I don't know the honest answer to why they're doing it to us or who is in fact doing it to us, but the very wealthy people in the world, and I won't name names because I don't want to have a lawsuit when I get back to South Carolina tomorrow, they've done what they can to make sure that they've suppressed silver and gold, the value of it. They're accumulated. The banks, the wealthy, the governments around the world have accumulated hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in gold and silver, and they continue to buy it up at a rapid pace. And part of the confusion out there that is permeated is intended to keep us from having clarity on how to go buy it. So they're able to do that. They acquire it, they own it, they keep it, and the wealthy own the gold and the silver. Only 5% of Americans do. And we're going to change that, aren't we, Joe?
We're definitely going to change that. And one of the other concerns, you can help me with this as well, is say I'm afraid to hold on to my gold coins. Would you hold that for us?
Absolutely. With the account that you get with our company, you're able to store them in a secure vault, Tier 3, secured by Lloyd's of London and several other insurance companies, and we'll hold your fractional silver until you have a whole ounce, or we can send that directly to you once you have a whole ounce. In addition to that, if you'd like us to, if you don't live in a great neighborhood, you don't have a safe in your home, you don't have a great guard dog, whatever the case may be, we'll allow you in our vault to store up to $50,000 of gold and silver with no insurance fees, no fees, period. We'll take care of all of that. And when you want it, you can liquidate it with a couple clicks of a button on your website, and then they'll ship that out to you anytime you want to if you want it in your own home.
Well, I am excited about this opportunity for myself. So I had signed on and I put on this auto pay or a auto purchase. And what I'm doing is I'm buying like $50, $60 a week or every other week of gold and silver through whatever plan that's in there. This is a good opportunity for many Americans to save. Would you agree with that?
100%. When you can set it and forget it and just take it off the top of your paycheck every week or month or however you get paid, that's the best way to start a savings account. Let it just come out automatically. So in our account, whether it's Silver Eagles, Gold Eagles, Silver Bars, Gold Bars, whatever it is, we have several asset classes that you can set up a set it and forget it opportunity. So you can put it for $10 a week, $100 a month, whatever you want to do. And it just comes right off the top, and you can watch your asset grow. As gold and silver change value, it goes up a little, up, down a little bit every day. But over time, time, as the dollar continues to devalue, and hopefully, if all goes well, we'll go back to the gold standard at some point in time. And I believe that's a real possibility in this country. And if and when that does happen, who knows what the value of gold and silver will go to.
I'm really excited to have this opportunity to do that because I really want to be part of that. I don't want to be left out. I never knew how to do it. I love the way it's set up, the Sound Money wallet. There are so many other great things that come with this opportunity. One day I want to have a big, giant, big gold brick, maybe a couple of them stacked sideways like that. Can you tell us, how do we get involved with Sound Money? What do we got to do to we can start saving? Tell us all about that.
Absolutely. So what I'd like you guys to do, all the audience members, is go to this website. It's TAFW, the America First Warehouse, TAFW, soundmoney.com. And all you need to do there is a brief video, about 8 minutes, that you can watch that explains a little bit about what I talked about with inflation and the devaluation of the dollar. Once you're done watching that, if you'd like to learn more about how you can get your own membership and have the security of knowing you have Sound Money, just go ahead and click on the link there that makes an appointment with one of our team members. We have 25 people that have stepped up on Joe's team and said, we're going to support this, and we're going to take all the inbound phone calls. We'll answer any questions that you may have. We'll get you signed up with your own account and membership, and you'll have your Sound Money account, and you'll be able to get on your way to acquiring gold and silver and securing your financial future with a new wealth strategy.
And what I love about this, it's dedicated to America First Patriots. You come through this warehouse, you're going to take the ride with us. We want to build this up. America First. It's so incredible. God is moving so quickly. Freddie, you got any gold in your pocket?
My parents made all their money in metals. My mother used to iron, and my father used to steel. So I'm well versed in this.
Freddie Rubino, you killed me. How about you, Kev? You got a couple of shillingis?
You know what? I was at the graveyard the other day. I happened to dig up a skull and found some gold teeth, and that's about it. It's about all I got. So no, I have absolutely none.
I'm so happy we can help everybody here. Johnny boy, you got some gold or what?
I'm starting today.
He's starting today. Thanks for joining us. We at the America First Warehouse got so many great things happening. Friday night, we're hoping to have Studio 6B back in here. Go online, register, get involved, find out all about us, the America First Warehouse, the greatest movement